no place like the Cube. Family, it's your favorite queer radio personality, Anna DeShawn, and this is Queer News, your favorite weekly news pod where race and sexuality meet politics, culture, and entertainment. This is your number one stop for queer news done right, only on E3 Radio.
If you would have told me 20 years ago that my dad would be chilling in a gay bar, okay, the way I would have told you, you were a lie. But he has been here for every single purple time, period. Yeah! So all of you showing up means that you support Black queer-owned media. It means you support local journalism. It means you support community organizations. It means you support people that look like me. The most important thing we can do right now is decide to exist. And exist unapologetically.
Oh, family, that was just a piece of the purple tie. That was just a piece. And it was our 11th. It was our 11th annual Purple Tie Affair concert and silent auction. It was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I am absolutely exhausted. If you cannot hear the exhaustion in my voice right now, please know. My body is. My mind is. And I'm so full. I am so full. It's really, truly hard to put into words. And the fact that we've been doing this for 11 years is also really hard to believe. And this year was so different in the best possible ways. It was the first time we had a host committee. It was the first time in 11 years that we actually were raising money for E3 Radio. When I started this, when I turned 30, I wanted to have a birthday party, and I just couldn't see myself doing it at a club. And so I decided to have a party and raise money for my favorite nonprofits. And that's exactly what we've been doing for 10 years, is giving money back to small nonprofits in the Chicagoland area who are making big impacts because they need our support. And it was a way that I could do it. And we did it with a party, and we did it with a concert, and we did it with a lot of love and a lot of fun and with community. And for so much of the time we've been doing it, I had a corporate job, and so much of it I would pay for. I wasn't pursuing sponsors actively. I didn't even have the time. I didn't have the time to build the relationships necessary and make the asks. And so for so long, I was paying for everything. And once we covered expenses, the rest always went to the nonprofit, always. And I have a good sister friend, family, Jackie Boyd, who said, Anna, you really need to be raising money for yourself. And then my wife echoed that sentiment at another occasion. And last year, after we lost our biggest sponsor, and I couldn't proceed with the purple tie, it was a $10,000 sponsor we lost. I couldn't proceed. I decided we needed to cancel, couldn't go in debt for it, and I needed to think more strategically because this was special. People would ask me about it. We have people who've been every single year. We gather, Black, queer folks gather and get dressed up and party with a purpose. And that is a unique thing, unfortunately. And it's special. And I knew I had to continue it, but I had to think more strategically about it. And so that's why the host committee started. Yes, it was the first year we were giving back to E3 Radio. And the community responded. The people showed up. We had 10 sponsors this year. Our largest sponsor is one of the smallest organizations in the city, Affinity Community Services, which I have given so much of my time and care and love to because they serve Black lesbians in Chicago. They serve Black queer folks and have been for 30 years. This is their 30th year. They were our largest sponsor at $2,500. And I'm sharing this all with you all because we're on this journey together, and I really want y'all to be a part of it. And the purple tie is a huge part of it. And I want y'all to know that our largest sponsor was $2,500, because to know that is to know that we have so much further to go. We know that we can do better than that. And I also want y'all to know that that's what community looks like. Our other sponsors gave $1,000. We had a couple give $500. That's community. Now, where are the corporate sponsors at? Where are the wealthy 1% at who want to support Black queer-owned media that is telling LGBTQ stories at the intersections? Where are those folks? That is what this can be. I have a vision for it, and I believe it will come to fruition, and we're going to see it, and we're going to see it together. And I am just honored to be a vessel for this work. I have a mentor, Connie Lindsay, who reminds me that I was born for such a time as this. And gathering in the midst of the hailstorm that we're living in right now, to be with community, to dance, to party, to celebrate together, it just felt good. And I want more people to feel that, because we deserve that. We deserve that. I had an opportunity this year to honor two icons, Pat and Vera Washington. Google them, okay? Actually, I'm going to put a link to their gay history stories in the show notes. Please watch it. These two women created a movement of Black lesbian parties at a time where you could get arrested, where bars were being raided. And they created the spaces because the historic LGBTQ neighborhood on the north side of Chicago that is very white was carding and double carding Black folks, not allowing Black folks in, giving Black folks a hard time. And the moment they heard about that, they decided to do something about it. Our award is called Build Your Own Table Award, because I love Shirley Chisholm, okay? And that's exactly what they did. They built a table for us, and I got to honor them. We put together a video compilation of people telling them how much they loved them. They get so many awards. And you know what they told me? They told me that sometimes they only get one and they have to share it. So one person will have it for 6 months, and then somebody else has it for 6 months. And they were so grateful that we got them separate awards. And it just blows my mind how some folks work, you know? And I'm just honored that I was able to honor them, because they've taught me so much. I learned so much from them about how they built community. They would have parties of 300-400 women, Black lesbians, and never publicized that it was a lesbian party. It never was. It was a women's party. That's what they had to say to try to remain safe. These are the things that they've taught us. This is what we need right now. And can I tell y'all the best news? Once all the sponsors have paid, once all the host committee commitments are in, let me tell you something. We raised $30,000. $30,000. We did that. I'm blown away by that. I'm very proud of that. A portion of the proceeds is going to go to a nonprofit. I can't get rid of that part, okay? It's an important tenet of my moral, ethical behavior. I think it's mandatory that we give back. And so a portion of the proceeds is going to go to an amazing organization called Task Force. Yeah, so Task Force Prevention and Community Services, they primarily serve Black and brown queer youth on the west side of Chicago, okay? I'm from the south side, okay? South side all day. But they serve folks on the west side, and it's so important because the west side has been intentionally divested from. And they do good work. They care about people there. And so I'm so proud to be able to give back to them and their work. And I'm going to include a link for them too in the show notes. So if you want to learn more about them or donate towards them, that you can. Because in this moment, if you can, you should. Okay? So to say that I'm grateful is an understatement. To say that I'm full and filled up is an understatement. And I can't wait to share the videos and the pictures with you all so you all can really take it all in and just understand just how beautiful it all was. I can't say thank you enough to my beautiful wife, my partner in this. She's our event planner and coordinator, and she turns this bar into the Purple Tie Fair. Thank you to Carter, our Director of Community Partnerships, for leading our silent auction this year. I want to say thank you to Dan for helping us build relationships with folks so we can raise some more money next year. Thank you to Miles as well for helping in that effort. Thank you to our volunteers. Thank you to our host committee. Thank you to our vendors. Thank you to our sponsors. I truly cannot say thank you enough to absolutely everybody that helped to make this happen. I do not do this work alone. I lead the work, but I don't do it alone. And guess what? I wouldn't want to. And family, you shouldn't either. Do not do your work alone. We do our best work in community with others. Believe me when I tell you, it is not easy, but it is worth it. It is worth it. So for today, family, I'm going to go rest, okay? I'm going to go sit in all this gratitude. I'm going to share these pictures and videos with y'all so you can feel like you were there with us, so that you can plan to be there next year, okay? It will always, until further notice, be the first Saturday in October. And I really hope you can find your way to Chicago, okay? To party with us, to party with a purpose. It will be so worth it. And so for today, our top news story is about our beloved icon, Miss Major. If you haven't seen the news or the posts, it was reported that she had sepsis and she was hospitalized for days. I checked in with my contacts and understand that now she is receiving hospice care and is resting comfortably, surrounded by love. And so we are sending our prayers and our love to Miss Major, to her family, and you can make a donation to support her during this time, the hospital bills, all the things that come with it. There's a link in the show notes, and if you can, you should. She gave so much to us, and the fact that we were just there with her, sitting at her feet, listening to her advice, having time with her literally a month ago, and for us to be in this moment right now. When I tell you I cannot express the level of gratitude that I have in my heart for the life that I'm living, and you all helped to make that happen, let me tell you, I am going to be a good steward, you understand, of what this all means. So we're sending so many prayers up for Miss Major, for her partner, for her son, for her family, and for those who love her so dearly. And we will keep you in the loop. That's what we do here at Queer News when we hear anything else. And so y'all already know I ain't had time for no stories this week, okay? Not the normal lineup, but we do have a wonderful interview that I want to share with you. We're going to keep it real Chicago, okay? And real queer Chicago with two incredible individuals who are creating space for us, by us. Dr. Jess and M are the masterminds behind Queer Quest, a revolutionary 2-day event at the Center on Halsted that's all about celebrating the intersections of our identities. They are going to talk science. They are talking mental health. They are talking rest. And they are being unapologetic about Black and brown queer joy, okay? In this conversation, we get into why they created this space, what you can expect from this unconference, as they described it, and how you can be part of this groundbreaking experience. I love STEM. I love folks who are in STEM. I think it's something we need to continue to uplift. And now they're creating space for queer folks of color in STEM because of how they felt in these spaces. They wanted to, come on, family, build their own table for us. I want to support them today. And I want you to too, okay? So a link to Queer Quest is in the show notes. Yes, so go check them out, go support them, go sponsor somebody's ticket. And I really hope you enjoy this conversation. Subscribe to our newsletter so you can see all the pictures and videos. You already know a link is in the show notes. And I will see you all, not technically, but I feel like I know y'all. But I will talk to you all next week. Peace. Family, it's your favorite queer radio personality, Anna DeShawn, here with another exclusive interview for the Queer News Podcast. I got two new homies that I want y'all to meet, okay? We got Dr. Jessica and Emily in the building. Welcome to the show, y'all.
Hi. Happy to be here.
I'm so glad y'all are here. And honestly, family, I wish y'all could hear the conversation before this, but that wasn't for everybody, okay? I just want y'all to know we are having a good time here on the show before y'all even log in, all right? And the reason we're here today is because I want to tell you all about this event that Dr. Jessica and Emily are putting together called Queer Quest here in Chicago at the Center on Halsted, October 11th and 12th. And this event is so unique and important as they are uplifting folks living at the intersections who are also, I don't know, maybe a little nerdy, maybe a little geeky, into math, into science, okay, into rest. And so we're going to talk about it today. Jessica and Emily, welcome to the show again. And I would love for y'all to tell the good people why y'all decided to start Queer Quest.
I mean, I think it started off as like a passion project, and really Em and I talking about what it's like to move in the ivory tower and being marginalized and ostracized and trying to be pushed out. Like they tried to push us out, and really wanting a place that like affirmed our space, our place in the space, and also brought in all facets of who we are as human beings, not just the professional development aspect of it. I am a particle physicist, scientist full-time. Oya Nova is our passion project, our side hustle, our, new venture. But in these like science spaces, I'm usually one of one or one of few. And it's exhausting to try and always kind of clear out the brush to keep myself in those spaces. And I really just wanted to create a space where I can breathe.
Em, does that sound... Did Dr. Jessica just sum it all up?
I think so. I think we should maybe back up 1 second, though. She just went right into it. Jessica, Emily, this is the science half and the mental health half of Oya Nova, which bridges both of our professional fields, but also our passions in the world. Science is everywhere. And for me, mental health in the ivory tower, my experience has also been very similar, right? That I'm the only... I'm thinking about things differently, experiencing things differently, questioning theory differently. And there wasn't always space for that. And I think at a certain point, Jess and I started talking about how similar our experiences were in both science and mental health. And the more we started talking, the more we started about our experiences, the more we started realizing we are not the only ones having these conversations, first of all. Like Jess started talking about it with other Black women in science. And, everyone starts talking and you're like, I'm actually not alone in this. That's your experience. That's my experience. That's my experience. So Oya Nova was really born out of like, we're not siloed. They want us to be siloed, but we're not. And our goal, our mission with Oya Nova is to bring all of us together and focus on the science, the healing, whatever that looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that is now come together in what is called Queer Quest. And I can imagine the merch for Queer Quest is going to be pretty lit, given the family, when you go visit the website, the graphics and the colors and just how you all show up in the world. So just, put me down for 1 extra large. Okay. So I just feel like Queer Quest is just a whole mood. What can people expect as they arrive into a space that is centering science and mental health and Black and brown folks? What does it look like when they arrive on October the 11th?
Yeah, it's going to be
We are calling it the Multiverse.
It's going to be a vibe.
Why not?
We are transforming Center on Halstead into our multiverse. And you will be greeted as such on the first floor. And go ahead, take over. I cut you off.
No, yeah. I mean, it's going to be unconference conference. So in my field, I go to conferences, like too many conferences. And it's always resistance to code switching and resistance to rest and resistance to bringing your entire authentic self into these spaces and really just like going against the grain as a marginalized person in these like cis het white spaces. We're centering us at Queer Quest. We're centering rest as resistance. We're centering quantum creativity and art and joy. I mean, you're going to have the workshops and the panels and the amazing experts on stage, but then we're also going to have an escape room developed by a quantum physicist to learn and play about the foundations of our universe. We're using quantum mechanics and quantum physics as a framework for liberation for Black and brown and queer folk. We're really just reimagining what an academic like space can be that's culturally centered, that's trauma informed, that centers rest and regulation.
And also ancestral healing. Like we don't have to...
and wisdom.
And wisdom. We don't have to be confined to like talk therapy. So says the therapist. But there is wisdom to be had in our roots, in just what our bodies and our minds already know.
And in the community that we belong to.
And in the community that we are trying to build here. So I think really leaning into this unconference conference retreat type vibe. We want you to show up as your full self. And like one of the things we always talk about when she goes to conferences is, what are you going to wear?
Yeah.
Like, how are we going to navigate this? And so we hope everyone just shows up and shows out in their full self and doesn't feel like they have to
have that conversation. Like, what is too much? Can I wear my purple lipstick? Can my hair be blue? Can my clothes be loud and vibrant? Like, the way I show up on the daily, or do I have to mute it? And that's always a tug and like a push and pull that I have to do in these white academic spaces, that I just want to like throw that book away for Queer Quest. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why we create our own, right? So we can create the spaces where we feel seen and centered and can be ourselves. Code switching is very real. And it is a form of survival. And so for you all to say, we're just going to create our own space and create a place for folks that look like us and think like us and who want to learn and who want to rest all at the same time. I mean, this is what we need right now. This Queer Quest is a part of what we all need right now. Yeah. So you talked about some experts. Yeah, that's going to be on stages. There are going to be sessions. Can y'all share some of the experts that are going to be a part of the event?
Totally.
Yeah. So for day one keynote, I'll be introducing the quantum realm and really kind of bringing in some exciting tech into the presentation. We're still,
You're going to have to be there to see
it. Family, if you didn't know, that was the tease. Okay, you have to be in the room where it happens, period. Okay. And I just love how all the quantum situations are being weaved in throughout the course of the 2-day experience. So I'd imagine you got to be there to experience it, heard.
And day one is about entering the multiverse. Yep. So Jess is going to help set that stage. Mirza from Chicago Therapy Collective will also be helping set that stage that day.
And then we also have Desiree Whitmore, who is Director of Programs from the Exploratorium
in California.
So
speaking of coming out and being there.
Yeah. So they're coming, going to be on the stage with us, really showing some really cool like hands-on activations and using that as a way to kind of reframe and question like equity and justice in science. Mm-hmm. So day one is a day one keynote is a full-fledged event in and of itself.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then we have our exhibit hall that has 5 zones. We have a mental health and resource village where we're having organizations, universities, small business owners within that village. It's our resource village. We have the Rest and Regulation Lounge and the Tech and Biofeedback Lounge, which is just going to be like an awesome cocoon space where you can rest, where you can drink tea from Moody Teas, which is a
community partner.
Yeah. College of DuPage massage therapy school is going to be offering free massage chairs. And then we'll also have biofeedback tools so that you can see how rest and meditation affects your body in real time.
Yeah, we're gonna like fuse the tech. We'll have some techie things in the Rest and Regulation Lounge so you can get that feedback and actually see in real time what happens when we slow down, when we just take a moment for ourselves. And on the other side of that, because there's lots of ways to rest and regulate, we will also have Chicago Therapy Collective having a smash space. So we will have someone walking you through a smash experience to let some of those feelings out. So healing can look all the ways. We can quiet ourselves and slow down, or we can smash some things. So we're really not.
Give me the bat.
Yeah.
I want the bat. Okay. And a car. Can I get a bat and a car? Window?
We'll talk to them. I don't know if that's in the budget for this year, but we'll see.
Okay. Understood. It just sounds like a great idea.
I'm not mad at
it. Me neither.
Yeah. And we love Chicago Therapy Collective around here. Such a wonderful organization here in the city of Chicago doing such great work.
They have been so on board in helping.
Oh, I can imagine so. Iggy and Team Silas, like all of them are just so fantastic.
Incredible.
And who are some of the other partners y'all are working with? Because I feel like we need to shout them out. You talked about Moody Teas, Black Queer Woman-Owned Tea Company, Rest and Rejuvenation Lounge is going to be in there. Are there any other folks that we should know that's supporting you all so we can support them too?
Yes. So we're going to have Plant Chicago leading some activations in our STEAM and Liberation Learning Zone. We're going to have the Chicago Council on Science and Tech also leading some hands-on science engagements. Mm-hmm. We have Lab Escape, which I think I have already said, our quantum-based escape room out of University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Speaking of the University of Illinois groups, we have UIC. The OSTEM group is leading a panel on day 2. Mm-hmm. And then we have opening ceremonies and closing ceremonies
by Chicago Therapy Collective.
Yep. She Wolf Sacred is going to be leading one of our closing ceremonies. Mm-hmm. We have Victoria.
They do African drumming.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They're also going to be leading our day 2 closing ceremony. Mm-hmm. And then as like, we've been so intentional with partners and vendors. All of our vendors are Black, brown, queer. And or queer.
Come on.
The graphic designs that you're talking about, like Lily of Wellbe Creative is just fantastic and has been able to literally like quantum entangle into my brain and be able to pull the visions that I have for this space, for this event. And create it. We're all family. We're all community. We're all us.
And I think that just speaks to Chicago, right? To Chicago and some people from Cali as well. But the Chicago community has really just we have pitched this crazy idea that's been in our head, and the way people have just showed up and showed out and been like, no, I see it. I get it. We need this. Has really been incredible.
Yeah.
It's emotional every time we hop on a call.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, we don't have money, but we have people power. So how can we help you in that way? And I mean, without that, this event wouldn't be happening.
And we do that really well here in Chicago. We
Truly.
do community well here.
Yeah.
I know of other places where people move from Chicago and they say, yeah, they don't do community well. We do it well. And I'm so glad y'all are feeling that love here in the city, because I think what y'all are doing is really, really dope. And I hope that this interview helps to extend the reach of the work. So family, if you're watching this, you know what I'm saying? Go Google. Yes, Queer Quest Chicago Center on Halsted. Get the information. There's also, of course, you already know, links in the show notes that'll take you right there as well. And we want folks to follow y'all and follow this journey. So how can they stay connected? How can they buy a ticket? Maybe even how do they sponsor somebody else's ticket? Just tell them all the ways that they can stay connected.
We also forgot to say Dr. Raquel Martin.
Oh my goodness.
Day 2.
Yeah,
Day 2 keynote. How
keynote.
dare we?
Shame.
Shame.
Yes.
Our Day 2 keynote will be Dr. Raquel Martin, and hopefully folks will want to attend both days, but particularly that day. We are so excited to have her.
Humbled, honored.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And all it takes is an ask, isn't it?
Yeah.
Truly.
This whole journey, M has been saying, closed mouths don't get fed.
They don't.
And it's been just a lesson in asking for help and asking for collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really been a really, I'm not going to cry, but it's been an important lesson to see the community show up as it has been.
And believing in yourself and your dream and your vision, right? You can't exist in a silo.
Yeah.
So just asking for that help. And in that vein, if you'd like to sponsor a spot. Oh, nice. I didn't know I was going to do that. I had no idea.
Yeah, don't be out here trying to take my job, okay? I'm supposed to say that line, but since you took it, you know what I'm saying? It did it really good too. It was real smooth, like it was real Chicago South Side, even though I know you're not necessarily on South Side, I don't think. But it was very Chicago South Side of you. And feel free, go ahead. You did it.
The biggest way, if people are looking to make an impact, is to sponsor a spot. You can go to our website, queerquest2025.com, and scroll down, I think, to the bottom. And you can buy a ticket if you want to attend. We would obviously love to see you there. If you can't make it, sponsoring a spot is another great way. I think there is an auto-populated amount, but you can edit that.
To any amount would help.
Truly. This will just help us make sure that everyone who wants to be in the room can be in the room, regardless of financial status.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay. I'm so glad that y'all are putting this on. And family, if you're listening to this, I know you know somebody who is a science geek, I don't know, a math nerd, someone who is very invested in mental health and wellness. Maybe you know somebody who is all of that: science, math, mental health, need a place, person of color, identifying as queer, Chile, all the things that we care about here on this podcast. I know you know somebody. I got like 2 friends that come to mind right away. I know you do too. Tell them about this. Maybe sponsor them a spot so that they can probably feel seen for maybe one of the first times in probably their careers.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's really beautiful. And that's what we need. Everybody to be doing exactly what they're supposed to do and creating spaces for us. So Jess, M, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Sorry to everyone who missed the before show, the pre-show. But you just need to book your spot with Anna.
And maybe you'll get an opportunity to experience that. But it was, I'm glad it wasn't recorded, but it was good. So family, go get a ticket, go sponsor a ticket. We got out here. Stay close. You already know we are Queer News Done Right. If you've enjoyed what you heard, rate and review us inside your favorite podcasting app. This podcast is written and produced by me, Anna DeShawn. Podcast editing by Ryan Woodhall. And brought to you by E3 Radio and distributed on The Cube. We are Queer News Done Right.